Here are some tips and tricks to make your S24 Ultra handle like a smaller phone. If you're like me, then you probably have some trouble reaching the entire length of the phone without having to adjust your hands drastically. And the thought of dropping the phone often crosses my mind. I've gone through many settings and tried many products, but here's my list of most useful tips to be able to access the entire length of your screen a lot easier. The S24 Ultra is the only phone that I own that I can't reach the entire keyboard with my left hand, mainly because it's not my dominant hand, so I don't feel as comfortable adjusting drastically. What I do to be able to type with my left hand is to use the one-handed mode for the keyboard. For the Samsung and Gboard keyboards, it's the same process. You can add the icon directly to the toolbar so you can have easy access to it. All it would require is just tapping the icon to make it one-handed. Otherwise, you would need to expand the toolbar and activate it from in there. And when you're on one-handed mode, you're able to change which side the keyboard is on. So you could change it for your right hand or your left hand whenever you need it. I find this method to be better than you going to one-handed mode for the entire screen because the keyboard is quite a bit bigger but still very easy to reach. So it's a better typing experience overall. If you're like me, then the volume rocker is sometimes out of reach depending on the position of the phone. And also, if you're left-handed, it's on the opposite side of where you're holding it. My fix for this issue is found in the Good Lock app, and I encourage you to scan through the Good Lock app to see what else you might like. From within Good Lock, navigate to One-Handed Operation Plus, tap on the switch, then tap on the left and right handles to set the action. It's important to note that this will override the default gesture control and also that it will still work with the button navigation selected. You can essentially have the best of both worlds with this feature if turned on with button navigation instead of the gesture navigation. So when on the left and right handle settings page, set the volume up for the diagonal up gesture and the volume down for the diagonal down gesture. This needs to be done on each side, or you can mix and match as much as you want. And what this is going to allow you to do is to adjust the volume regardless of which orientation your phone is on. As long as you can swipe diagonally up and down from the edge of the screen, you're going to be able to adjust the volume. And in the event that you want to adjust the volume using the volume bar that pops up, you can move that as well and also change the look of it. So what I end up doing is placing it in a more comfortable position, closer to where my finger normally rests. And from there, I can adjust the volume by just dragging the bar up and down. To make this adjustment, open Good Lock, then open Sound Assistant, and tap on the Customize Volume Panel setting. In the next screen, tap on the switch and select Custom. The next screen will let you move the volume panel to where you would like it to be. Try different positions to find the one that best works for you. You can also move the volume panel to the left of the screen if that's your preference. Then you can go to the Make Your Own Volume Panel setting to choose the style of the volume bar. Customizing the look of your volume bar is both helpful and also cosmetic. So you can change the size of it if you want it wider or if you want it taller or shorter to help you reach easier. But you can also change the way it looks to give your phone a different feel. And you might as well keep Good Lock open because this next one is in there too. My next tip is to use the mini version of the recent screen. To activate this, open Good Lock, navigate to Home Up, then tap on the Task Changer settings. When in the settings, the first three style options, List, Grid, and Stack, have the mini mode switch. The benefit of this is that you can reach the app icon where you have the different options available to you. For example, split screen or pin the app open. My next setting is one of the basic ones, but it comes in very handy when you want to reach the quick access panel. The setting is to bring down the notification panel when you swipe down in the home screen. This can be accessed in settings by going to the home screen settings. There you will find the toggle switch to swipe down for the notification panel. This has the obvious benefit of letting you bring down the quick access panel without having to drag it down from all the way up top. Even though you won't be able to reach every single setting without sliding your hands up, you will be able to access a good portion of it comfortably. And my final tip is to buy a grippy case or an accessory like this cat tongue here, which adds some extra grip. This will give you a little bit of extra confidence when reaching for some of the areas that require hand adjustments. The grippy case or MagSafe case is definitely the safer option and the one I would advise the most. But if you're like me and you don't like cases, especially on a large phone like this where a case adds to the already large size, an accessory like the cat tongue will provide a bit of help without making the phone any bulkier. Another popular option is the pop socket. This is my least favorite because it'll interrupt wireless charging, but if you find a detachable one or if you don't use wireless charging, this might be a pretty good option. I recommend checking out and trying out the settings that are available for you natively on the phone, but also branch out a little bit and check out the Good Lock app. I think you'll find that you can customize this phone to exactly how you want it. Honestly, when I'm testing other phones, I miss all the customization that Samsung gives you, especially if you try out Good Lock. But I know that's not something that everyone takes advantage of because of the time it takes and also because a lot of it requires an extra app to be downloaded. But I think you'll benefit greatly by exploring a little bit. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips to add to the list. And as always, I'll see you next time.